I handed over her cup, which she took gratefully. She curled her fingers around it and took a sip. The diamond-studded gold band that now adorned her left ring finger glinted in the light. She looked at the cardboard drink holder I was carrying. It had 2 more cups in it, an iced brown sugar latte for me and a black coffee for Brooks. Emmy arched a brow at me. "Funny," she said. "I remember asking you to grab a cup for Gus, too." "Huh," I said with a shrug. Must have forgot. Gus was Emmy's oldest brother, Brooks's best friend, and most important, my arch-nemesis. Small towns wove complicated webs. It wasn't that I hated Gus. Well, actually, scratch that. I did kind of hate him. I don't remember how it started. That's a lie, but it's not important. Mostly, I just always felt like he didn't like me, so I didn't like him, and then it spiraled into our being delightfully mean to each other all the time. He was just so grumpy. Men who were that good-looking should not be allowed to be such assholes. It was false advertising. And he was getting worse with age. Emmy sighed. "How do we feel about trying to be nice today?" she asked. "Not great," I said. Brooks laughed from his spot at the bar. I walked over to him and handed him his cup. He lifted it in a cheers motion. "Thanks, Ted," he said. "Gus won't be here for a little bit, so you've got time to prep your verbal arsenal." "See," I said, looking at Emmy. "He gets it." Emmy shot Brooks a pointed look, but he just winked at her. I watched her soften a little. "I just thought it would be nice if our best man and maid of honor didn't hate each other," she said. The words maid of honor sent a little pang through my sternum. Of course, I was thrilled to be Emmy's maid of honor. I was excited about her wedding, her life, everything. But sometimes when the topic of the wedding came up, I got sad. Not inconsolable or anything, but it felt like my happiness for my best friend and my sadness for myself were both staking claim in my chest, punching each other as hard as they could to see who would get knocked out first. It was a reminder that we were in different phases of our lives, and it scared me. Emmy had always needed me. We were each other's number one. Now she had Brooks, and I was terrified that she wouldn't need me the way she used to, that she wouldn't need me the way I needed her anymore. Then maybe Brooks should pick a best man that isn't so hateable. I shrugged and looked over at him. She's got 2 brothers, you know. All he did was smile and say, "Noted." Emmy sighed and moved on. She tried to get Gus and me to get along a couple of times a month. It never worked. But I admired her persistence. My best friend never gave up. She directed my attention to a piece of paper on the bar where she and Brooks had laid out a checklist for the day. The goal was simple: get all the trash out of the 2nd floor and move anything that was to be saved to the basement. Brooks and Gus would take the basement, which was okay with me because that place was straight out of a horror movie, and I wasn't really in the mood to get possessed by a demon today. Unless it was a hot demon. Then I could be persuaded. Emmy and I would take the 2nd floor. Brooks's eventual plan was to put a smaller bar and new seating up there and remove some of the seating on the 1st floor to make room for the mechanical bull. Once we were armed with garbage bags, gloves, and cleaning supplies, Emmy and I started toward the rickety stairs that led to the 2nd floor of the Devil's Boot. At that moment, the back door to the bar opened, and Gus Ryder sauntered in. I could feel my blood pressure rising. He was wearing a tight, faded blue t-shirt, gray joggers, and a Carhartt baseball cap. His dark brown hair was longer than I'd seen it in quite a while. Last year, he had started sporting a mustache instead of the short, neatly trimmed beard he'd adopted in his 20s. The mustache was still going strong, and even though I thought it looked good on him, the first thing out of my mouth was, "Hey, porn stash, nice of you to join us." "Fuck off, Theodora," he said without even glancing my way. His voice was bored. The way he said my full name made me grind my teeth. "Did you steal that shirt out of Riley's closet?" I asked, gesturing to his tight blue shirt. Riley was Gus's 6-year-old daughter, and the way his shirt was hugging...